Israeli forces have entered a new phase of their war against Hamas in Gaza, launching a substantial but limited raid into the coastal strip yesterday in what was described as a probing action in preparation for a more sustained ground offensive. Infantry backed by tanks and armored bulldozers moved in under cover of night and attacked Hamas targets in an hours-long raid into the north of the territory. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Host Nepal currently taking on the United Arab Emirates in the grand finale of the Tri-Nation T20 International Series. Nepal batting first after losing the toss. Trafficking rampant in Sirha with nexus among officials. Difficult to bring goods into the country without giving bribe. 28 armed police force personnel relieved of their duties. China's former Prime Minister Li Keqiang dies of a heart attack at the age of 68, just 10 months after retiring from a decade in office during which his reformist star had dimmed. And Pakistan to face South Africa in the ICC World Cup today. A defeat today is most likely to put Pakistan out of the run for the semi-finals. Thousands of people who had left the Kathmandu Valley to celebrate the Dasai festival have begun returning. As a result, highways, roads and market areas have become more crowded. This comes as government offices resume operation from today. Around 1.6 million people had left the capital to celebrate Dasai. The capital's main entry points in Kalanki, Koteshwar, among others, have witnessed increased traffic congestion, and traffic police say they expect it to grow further after the final day of Dasai on Kojagrat Purnima tomorrow. At least 18 people have lost their lives in road accidents across the country during the ongoing Dasai festival, which have been attributed to overcrowding, speeding, and the dilapidated condition of roads. 265 road accidents were reported in the Kathmandu Valley alone during this period, in which 2 people lost their lives. A jeep accident in Palpa on 22nd of October, which was Maha Ashtami, the 8th day of Dasai, claimed the lives of 6 people. Another vehicle carrying pilgrims from India headed to Makwanpur met with an accident last Tuesday as 13 passengers were injured. Yesterday, 6 deaths were reported in various accidents across the country. According to the Traffic Police Division Kathmandu, around 24 accidents have been reported in Kathmandu each day. It has also taken action against 17,000 individuals who were found violating traffic rules during the Dasai festival. Each year, around 2,880 people lose their lives in road accidents, while 14,400 are left injured. Government records show that the highest number of accidents occur during festivals like Dasai and Tihar, and experts have called for a reform in the mechanism in place to bring the situation under control. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what should be done to reduce the number of road accidents. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
योजना बनाउनु पर्यो योजना बनाइसकेपछि त्यो त कार्यान्वयन भयो कि भएन भने हेर्न पर्यो योजना त टन्नै छन् तर कार्यान्वयन चाहिँ भएन के
सरकारले अब त्यो कुर्सी मात्रै ओगटेर भएन बाहिर फेर पनि हेर्नु पर्यो बाटो घाटो सबै कामहरु चाहिँ मेरो पार्टीको मान्छे राख्यो भने कमिसन आउँछ भने त्यो गर्नको कारणले गर्दा नै यो स्थिति उत्पन्न भएको
सरकारले लागू गरेको सडक दुर्घटना न्यूनीकरणका लागि जुन नियम लागू गरेको छ त्यसलाई पूर्णतया पालना गर्नुपर्छ
ट्राफिकले जो जरिवाना बाबत उठेको रकम हुन्छ यसलाई पनि दुर्घटना न्यूनीकरण कार्यक्रममै प्रभावकारी गरेर अभियानका रूपमा चलाउनुपर्छ भन्ने लाग्छ
सडकको वर्षपछि मर्मत गर्नु पर्यो
लङ टुरको गाडीमा 2टा ड्राइभर हुनु पर्यो
क्षमता भन्दा बढी सभा यात्रुहरू नबोक्ने
खाल्टा खुल्टी समयमै व्यवस्थित तरिकाले व्यवस्थित गर्नु पर्यो
चालकहरूले मात्र नभइकन यात्रुहरूले पनि यदि सहजता अपनाउनु भयो भने चाहिँ दुर्घटना कम हुन सक्छ
सवारी साधनहरू चाहिँ अलि तीव्र गतिमा चाहिँ चलाउनु भएन
मादक पदार्थ सेवन गरेर चलाइराखेको अवस्था पाइन्छ यो चाहिँ नियमित चेक जाँचको रूपमा चाहिँ रह्यो भनेपछि केही न केही हदमा चाहिँ सडक दुर्घटना न्यूनीकरण गर्न सकिन्छ
गाडीको कन्डिसनहरू पनि राम्रो हुनु पर्यो
सवारी साधन अलि कम गतिमा चलाउनु पर्यो
रोड चाहिँ अलिकति साँगुरो छ त्यसलाई अलिकति फराकिलो बनाइदिनु पर्यो
सचेतना सम्बन्धी एउटा पाठ्यक्रम चाहिँ तयारी गर्नुपर्छ
Academicians of universities actively lead research works for innovations. Universities formulate central research policies for necessary new scientific studies. However, most universities of Nepal have failed to do so, which has weakened scientific researches and investigations in the country. There must be a clear central academic research policy of universities for scientific research and studies required for the societies and the country. The standard of higher education provided by the universities can be assessed only on the basis of scientific researches conducted by academicians. However, except for the Tribhuvan University, all other universities have been operating without formulating a central research policy. As no new scientific researches or findings have been achieved, the University Grant Commission (UGC) has directed all universities to formulate their research policies. There are a total of 17 federal and provincial universities in Nepal. However, only a few universities present research proposals for national level researches called by the government and the UGC. This is an evidence to the fact that new researches and scientific findings have not been achieved from the universities. Creating knowledge is a significant aspect on its own. For this, academicians have to conduct serious researches. Experts have said that the universities must formulate their central research policies for this purpose. However, the universities have not been able to conduct new scientific studies in the pretext of inadequate budget, while the government had allocated 900 million rupees in budget for the new researches this year. The Federal Parliament's second session is going to conclude on 2nd of November next month without endorsing crucial bills. The final meeting will be called 2 days after the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres addresses the Parliament. Speaking with Kantipur Television, Speaker Devraj Ghimire said crucial bills like those related to transitional justice could not be endorsed by the ongoing session due to the lack of cooperation among political parties. UN Chief Guterres is scheduled to address the Parliament this Tuesday. Speaker Ghimire also said that the UN Secretary General will speak about the progress in Nepal's peace process. Guterres is scheduled to arrive in Nepal this Sunday and will stay till this Wednesday. During his stay in Nepal, he is scheduled to meet with leaders of various political parties. Prime Minister and CPN Maoist Center Chairperson Pushpakamal Dahal has said that conspiracies were in progress to split the ruling coalition with the objective of toppling the government. Addressing a program held at Banfikot Rural Municipality Ward Number 6, Magma in Rukum West yesterday, Prime Minister Dahal claimed that conspiracies were in progress to topple the government. He also assured that the current coalition and the government would last for the term of 5 years. Inaugurating the Martyrs Memorial Fair at Banfikot 6, Premier Dahal said that the campaign against corruption led by his leadership was moving forward in a serious matter. While addressing the program, Prime Minister Dahal also expressed the commitment of making a special decision from the cabinet for Rukum immediately after his return. Dahal had also attended the joint meeting of Banfikot 6 and 7 under the 3-month-long special transformation program of CPN Maoist Center. Karnali Chief Minister Rajkumar Sharma and CPN Maoist Center Deputy General Secretary duo Janardhan Sharma and Matrika Yadav had also reached Rukum West yesterday. Security personnel and government officials are deployed to control smuggling and customs at the border points. However, instead of curbing smuggling, officials in Sira seem to be prioritizing their personal income. The Revenue Investigation Department, Itari, has confiscated smuggled goods worth more than 30 million rupees from different locations between September 30 and October 3, while 28 armed police force personnel, including the district head, have been relieved from their responsibilities. Office helpers at the Customs Office Sira Madar release vegetables and food grains purchased from India with the purpose of selling in Nepal only after taking bribes. Such goods can be brought to Nepal by avoiding customs by paying bribes. Those not paying the bribes face several complications at the customs. Local residents have alleged of smuggling of goods with involvement of police administration. Allegations of the local residents were proven true as the Revenue Investigation Department conducted raids from September 30 to October 3 and confiscated goods worth more than 30 million rupees. After the incident, 28 security personnel were relieved of their responsibilities while required investigation is underway. When approached for a comment on this incident, Mother Customs Chief Ramraj Prasad Chaurasia left the office. Meanwhile, Sira Chief District Officer Rajendra Dev Pandey has said that smuggling could not be proven without adequate evidences and added that actions would be taken on the basis of proof. Despite the evident ongoing smuggling with the involvement of the Security Department, stakeholders must be responsible by taking actions to curb smuggling. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What should be done to control smuggling through border points? Your options are A. Ensure active security management, B. Honesty by officials, and C. Action against those guilty of involvement. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international updates. China's former Prime Minister Li Keqiang died of a heart attack today at the age of 68, just 10 months after retiring from a decade in office during which his reformist star had dimmed. Once viewed as a top Communist Party leadership contender, Li was sidelined in recent years by Chinese President Xi Jinping, who tightened his grip on power and steered the world's second-largest economy in a more statist direction. The elite economist was seen as a supporter of a more liberal market economy, but had to bend to Xi's preference for more state control. Li was premier and head of China's cabinet under Xi for a decade until stepping down in March. The Indian government yesterday said a Qatar court has announced the death penalty for 8 Indians arrested in the country last year, adding it was deeply shocked by the verdict. In a statement, New Delhi said that it attaches high importance to this case and will take up the verdict with Qatari authorities. Local media has reported that the 8 men who worked with a private company in Qatar were arrested for spying in August 2022. Neither the Indian government nor the Qatari authorities have made public charges against the men, who are all former Indian Navy officials. Indian Foreign Ministry officials, including Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar, have earlier said that the exact nature of the charges against the 8 Indian men is not entirely clear. More than 800,000 Indian citizens live and work in Qatar. Israeli ground forces entered within the northern Gaza Strip yesterday, attacking multiple Hamas targets before withdrawing, the military said in a statement on what Israel's army radio described as the biggest incursion of the current war. Video of the overnight action issued by the military showed armored vehicles proceeding through a sandy border zone. A bulldozer was seen leveling a part of a raised band and tanks firing shells. The military statement posted online said the incursion was carried out in preparation for the next stages of combat, a possible reference to the large-scale invasion that Israeli leaders have threatened as part of the war to destroy Hamas. Palestinian officials said the death toll in Gaza has crossed a grim 7,000 mark, of which nearly 3,000 are children. More than 17,000 Palestinians, including at least 3,000 children, have also been injured. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Hosts Nepal are currently taking on the United Arab Emirates in the grand finale of the Tri-Nation T20 International Series today. In the match, which began at 11 a.m. at the Tribhuvan University Cricket Ground in Kantipur, the UAE won the toss and elected to field. Based on the latest update, Nepal have scored 41 runs without losing any wickets in 4 overs. Team Nepal will be aiming to secure their 3rd successive win against the UAE in the series. Nepal have been displaying impressive cricket in recent time and are unbeaten at home in their 15 recent matches. Meanwhile, the UAE will be aiming to avenge their defeats against Nepal. Team Nepal had progressed to the final, remaining unbeaten in the league round, while the UAE had secured their berth in the tournament decider on the basis of net run rate over Hong Kong. Earlier in the series, Kushal Malla and Dipender Singh Airi had added a world record 145-run partnership for the 5th wicket against Hong Kong. Asif Sheikh has scored 147 runs so far and is second in terms of highest runs scored, while Karan Kesi with 10 wickets and Sompal Kami with 7 wickets are first and second for highest wickets. Kushal Malla, skipper Rohit Paudel and Dipender Singh Airi are in good form. Today's clash will also be the last one for Nepal before the ICC T20 World Cup qualifiers, which start from this Monday. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.